All right, let's just jump right in. Forget everything you might know about the Big Bang for a second. I mean, what if our universe wasn't born from some kind of physical explosion, but from an explosion of pure intention? That's exactly what we're exploring today, the Huazong, or the Flower Treasury World. It's a cosmic vision from the Avatamsaka Sutra, where reality itself is literally woven from the enlightened vows of a Buddha. And boom, right there, the sutra gets to the heart of it. It tells us that this entire, unimaginably vast cosmos is the direct result of vows. And not just any vows either. These are the vows of the Buddha Vairocana, made over countless eons while he was practicing as a bodhisattva. So think about that. This isn't some random, chaotic universe. It's a universe built with purpose. A universe purified and shaped by infinite compassion. So, a universe built on vows. How does that even work? Where would you even begin to build something like that? Well, we're going to take a tour, starting literally from the ground floor up, exploring the very foundations that hold this incredible reality together. And yeah, that's the big question, right? If the blueprint is just intention, what's the bedrock? What's actually holding it all up? And believe me, the answer is just as poetic as it is profound. Get this, the entire cosmic ocean rests on a stack of these unimaginably huge wind wheels. Now, we're not talking about a simple breeze here. You've got to think of these more like fundamental cosmic forces, and each one has a very specific job. At the very bottom, you've got equality abiding, which gives everything a stable base. Then you stack on top of that wheels like jewel majesty and sound-pervading 10 directions, adding these layers of structure and beauty. And it all culminates in the supreme majestic light treasury, right at the very top. Okay, so we've got our foundation set with these incredible cosmic forces. But what's built on top of that? What does that final ultimate wind wheel hold up? You're not going to believe it. It holds up an entire ocean. But no, not a saltwater ocean like we're used to. This is the fragrant water sea, a vast, perfumed ocean that acts as the base for the whole central world system. Everything else we're about to see emerges from right here. And this is where the imagery just gets spectacular. Rising right from the center of this ocean is one single gigantic lotus flower. The name is a mouthful, something like the pistil and stamen banner of various lights and fragrances. But this is so much more than just a flower. It's basically the stage, the platform, where countless worlds reside. So this great lotus holds what the sutra calls world systems. And listen, if you're just picturing little rocky planets like our Earth, you need to think way, way bigger. Prepare to have your mind expanded. The sutra just goes off, describing this endless variety of forms for these worlds. I mean, the creativity is just boundless, so far beyond our simple idea of planets. For example, imagine an entire world system that flows through space like a cosmic river, complete with its own beings and its own laws of physics. Or you've got others that are spiraling, like some kind of galactic whirlpool, a true vortex of existence. And then there's maybe the most profound idea of all. Some world systems take on the actual form of enlightened beings. Reality itself can manifest as a living, sacred shape. The possibilities are truly, truly infinite. Okay, now you might want to buckle up because we're about to get into what is, for me, the most mind-bending concept in this whole thing. This isn't just about how big the worlds are. It's about the relationship between the absolutely massive and the infinitesimally small. I want you to just consider this for a second. Picture the smallest possible thing you can imagine, like a single mote of dust floating in a sunbeam. What if that tiny speck contained the entire universe? That's exactly what the sutra says. In every single dust mote, one sees the entire Dharma realm. This is this incredible principle of interpenetration. You might have heard it described as Indra's net. Imagine a cosmic net with a jewel at every single knot, and every jewel perfectly reflects every other jewel. The whole is present in every single part. The infinitely large and the infinitely small, they aren't separate at all. So, with all this cosmic grandeur and this infinite mind-blowing scale, it kind of makes you wonder, right? Where are we in all this? Let's zoom in and try to find our own address on this insane cosmic map. So, if we zoom in to the very heart of that giant lotus, at the central world system, we find a stack of 20 distinct layers of worlds, one on top of the other. Now, to find ourselves, we have to travel up from the bottom. We pass through layer after layer, and get this, The space between the layers isn't empty space. It's filled with an ocean of yet more worlds, as numerous as specks of dust. I mean, you just can't wrap your head around that kind of scale. It's absolutely staggering. And then we arrive. Right there, on the 13th level of this central cosmic pillar, that's where we find our home. It's called the Saha world, which means the world of endurance. And that feels about right, doesn't it? This is the world we know, with all of its beauty and all of its challenges, and it has a precise location in this incredible sacred geography. After seeing all of this, the wind wheels, the lotus, the infinite worlds, and our own little spot within it, we have to ask the big question. What does it all mean? And here's the most crucial takeaway. This whole thing isn't just a map of physics. It's a map of consciousness. The entire intricate, beautiful, and sometimes terrifying universe is a physical manifestation of enlightened intention. It is what a perfected mind, filled with infinite compassion and vows, actually looks like when it becomes a reality for all beings. And that really just leaves us with one final, very personal question. If a universe this grand can be born from intention, from the power of a vow to help others, well, it really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? What are our own intentions, our own vows, creating moment by moment, right here in our own world?